Kiriyama struggles for his place in the world because he is unable to develop or accept his relationship with others. This fear of accepting the kindness of others stems from childhood trauma in Kiriyama. He's lost his mother, father, and younger sister at a very young age, but all we are given are glimpses of how Kiriyama bears a heavy guilt for leaving his family behind, and how he remains living alone. Kiriyama has difficulty accepting female relationships, in particular because of the passing of his little sister. This is prominent in his relationship with the three sisters. Additionally, this past of Kiriyama introduces shogi as a tying force for his life and relationships. It is shogi that connects him to his family and what allows him to be initially accepted into his new adoptive one. While a past scene showed Kiriyama's home as a happy one, his new home quickly displays an unhealthy one. His new father's unrealistic expectations and obsession with shogi alienates and destroys Kiriyama's new relative's self-worth. Kiriyama avoids this by devoting himself entirely to shogi. The consequences permeate as Kiriyama quickly surpasses his siblings, monopolizing his new father's superficial attention and driving his siblings into a deep depression. His brother resorts to becoming a shut-in, escaping life with the games and anime, and the sister runs away from home and into toxic relationships to enrage her father. Here, Kiriyama's opinion of shogi and himself becomes self-deprecating. Unable to tolerate it any longer, Kiriyama finds his own place to live and escapes this life. From here, Kiriyama closes in on his lowest point in life. He doesn't take care of himself, he just further involves himself in his study of shogi. Here is where the three sisters find him and support him. However, Kiriyama is unable to understand or accept the kindness of them. Kiriyama feels his weaknesses and loneliness being combated by this family, but he feels unable to reciprocate this kindness, so he attempts to avoid them. But whenever Kiriyama feels down and out, he always thinks of them and often finds himself on his way over to their house. One of the problems with the first season, however, is that Kiriyama's relationship with the sisters doesn't develop past this point, and such is made obvious in the later half of the show with Kiriyama's continued shunning and avoidance of the family. Where Kiriyama's character does grow is in his relationship with shogi. With the structure of the game being a one-on-one showdown, camaraderie and competition is easily formed. Battling an opponent with his own reasons for playing, strengths, weaknesses, and all sorts of personality, Kiriyama learns about all sorts of different people and their reasons for playing shogi. From learning about others and dramatically altering their lives from the high stakes of competitive shogi, Kiriyama deepens his own personal investments in this game and with the people who play it. One such influence is in the form of Nikaido, a loud, boisterous kid around Kiriyama's age who proclaims himself Kiriyama's rival and continuously butts into his life. Another such influence comes in Goto, a real scumbag of a character dating Kiriyama's adoptive sister despite being married and like 50 years old. However, the most significant influence comes in the character of Shimada. Shimada seems extremely unimportant, and Kiriyama and us consider him a side character for Kiriyama to beat to get to Goto, kick Goto's ass, and save the girl. Except the show has a lot more respect for its characters. In a brilliantly ballsy move, Shimada defeats Kiriyama, preventing the apparently obvious chains of events from happening and spiraling Kiriyama into an even deeper pit of depression. Kiriyama's lost his sister, he's lost shogi, his pride. He truly feels like he is nothing. He stops eating and drinking and almost dies of dehydration. This period of rock bottom forces Kiriyama to reassess his life. He begins by seeing his opponents as people. He learns of the intricate relationships between the different players, what they're doing in their communities, about their family lives, all sorts of different aspects of their life. Kiriyama finally begins to try and understand them. This develops into actual friendships with many of the pro shogi players, most notably Shimada himself. Shimada just beat Kiriyama, but Kiriyama joins Shimada's training workshop and develops a mutual respect and understanding with him. Kiriyama's character is still developing, however, as he still has much adversity in his feelings towards shogi, the sisters, and his new friends. Additionally, his relationship with his adoptive sister is nowhere near resolved, and his past issues with his family is still in turmoil. But the end of the first season leaves us hopeful, as he forms a shogi science club in high school on his own accord to potentially develop some meaningful fun relationships and memories. March Comes In Like a Lion is interesting because it gives us insight into an introvert who doesn't know himself. I can write this in a similar position. Life throws much at us in terms of friends, family, and responsibilities that getting overwhelmed is all too common. And even though sometimes you may have wanted to run away from it all, or perhaps you could have been the shining knight that saves the princess, sometimes you're just not actually up to it. Or you just need to take it one step at a time, or perhaps we should just be doing something else entirely. March doesn't answer this question, but makes me think about my life, and I hope it, and perhaps this video, has made you think about yours.